Hi. Listen. Today I'm going over to Chicago and I'm going to do some reviews for the movie Iron Lung and Dracula. I know the Iron Lung movie is based on a video game, and it's produced, written, and directed, and stars. No, I don't think it's directed by him, but I think it stars Markiplier, a YouTuber, and I did some research on the story of Iron Lung, and it looks very interesting. I'm gonna see a Dracula movie that's just came out. The cast looks pretty good. I'm just really interested in checking out these films. I'm about to head out, and I'm gonna try to make some food real quick before I go. And hopefully these movies are not trash. That's all I hope, because I don't like going to the city for no reason. I mean, I like going to the city for any reason. I love the city, but it's nice to go to the city after watching some good films. Where I put this? Yes, there it is. Leave it there. Oh, wait. Hopefully everyone's doing good today. Staying safe. I'm gonna take notes. I wrote down just pretty much pages for each film because I'm going to do notes of the films. And I like to do a review for you guys. These are only films that kind of caught my eye. Today is February the 8th. It is 12:10 p.m. I am about to go to the city. Hopefully we have a good time. I'm gonna try to, and I'm gonna stop at some. Afterwards at the end, I'll stop at like a bar and give you a review. Hopefully everyone's doing good out there and stay safe, and peace. Let's get it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel Y.O.B. I am back. We're about to leave soon, 3 minutes. I'm at a train station. It's like 30 degrees outside. Pretty nice day, not too bad. I'm gonna go. I already told you what I'm gonna go see. Made me some food before I left. Starving. Probably gonna stop at Whole Foods and get some salad when I get to the city. I don't know if these movies I'm watching are gonna be good or not. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully they're not bad. But let's go on our journey. Peace. Yeah, so I'm back. It's the day after. I saw only Iron Lung. I didn't watch Dracula, the 2006 one. No, 2026 one. I was really tired. I came back at like around 8:30 p.m. But I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go to my local theater and watch Ireland again, and I'm gonna go see Crime 101 and do a review for those two films. This time I'm gonna bring my notepad because yesterday I got on a train. I forgot to bring my notepad with me, so I'm gonna try to take notes this time. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Let's go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to channel Y.O.B. Today I'm going to go see Wuthering Heights. Yeah, what am I talking? I can't speak. I didn't see Crime 101. I got too tired. So this is another day. I know this is a long video. I'm gonna edit all this together. I wonder how this is gonna turn out. But yeah, I'm gonna give you guys actually a review of Wuthering Heights. I actually am a little excited to see this. Hopefully it's a good movie. Let's check it out. I'm about to see this right now. Hopefully it's not shit. I love the theater, and I'm gonna do a reaction to this trailer too. Let's go and see this movie. Yeah, I'm doing a review for Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights 2026 is a film adaptation of Emily Bronte's novel, directed by Emerald Fennell and starring Margot Robbie as Catherine and Jacob Elordi as Heathcliff, released in February 2026 by Warner Brothers Pictures. It's known for its bold modern take on the classic story, featuring original songs by Charlie XCX and a focus on the passionate, often toxic relationship between the leads, with reviews highlighting its stylistic liberties and R rating for mature content. The reviews right now on Rotten Tomatoes is 62%. IMDb 6.4 out of 10. Letterboxd has it at a 3 out of 5. So this is clearly a polarizing film. Key details: director, writer, Emerald Fennell. She did Saltburn, Promising Young Woman. I saw Saltburn. I thought that was a good looking film. Didn't really like the writing at the end. Kind of didn't make sense. The stars: Margot Robbie as Catherine, Jacob Elordi as Heathcliff. Supporting cast: Hong Chow, Shazad Latif, Alison Oliver, Martin Clunes, Ewan Mitchell. Release date February 13, 2026 in the United States. Studio Warner Brothers Pictures. Music score by Anthony Willis, with original songs by, I believe it's Charlie XCX. Rating R for sexual content, some violent content, and language. What to expect. This is all I'm just giving you all the details on Google before I get into my personal take. a visual, striking, and stylized adaptation that takes significant creative liberties with the source material. An emphasis on the intense, lust-driven, and destructive nature of Kathy and Heathcliff's love story. A modern soundtrack with original music from Charlie XCX that is integral to the film's tone. Reviews are mixed, with some critics praising its boldness and others finding it superficial, but is generally described as a bold, filthy fantasy. Alright. Okay. So, what did I think about this? Just immediate feelings right off the bat. I really like it. I really like it. Now, I never read the novel. I didn't even know what this was about until seeing the trailer. And the thing that grasped my attention was the cinematography. The main thing that I love about this movie is the way it's shot. It's just, it is so far in 2026 my favorite looking film. I mean, it's just the colors, the striking contrast, the costume design, just the angle, the camera work, and just everything was just, it kept you completely engaged. There's no moment where I felt like I'm bored. There is nothing about the movie that was boring to me. I think the cast was incredible. I think the soundtrack is incredible. I think the storytelling is incredible. And again, I don't know the novel. Now, I could understand probably if you read a novel compared to this, because I did go back and watch the original trailer. I think that is some 1940s, 30s, around that time period. I'm not sure exactly the old trailer for Wuthering Heights in black and white. And I saw the way it was acted back then. And I see completely different, takes, like with Heathcliff. Like the original actor seemed like made Heathcliff seem more depressed and just kind of like, even like the one girl that he's trying to, that he's using to make Catherine jealous. It's like he was more, when they're alone, it's like he gives off more of like, I don't care, and she's trying to get him to show actually care for her, and he's like, yeah, I'm just using you to get to her, and like, I really don't care. That's just what I saw in the trailer. It seemed more held back. It seemed less, and I don't know, maybe, and I mean, it's not, the movie is not like the new one, the 2026. The new one is not like incredibly. It's not gratuitous in my opinion. I don't think it's like that sexual and like gross. It's reframed. It's I think it's tasteful. It doesn't feel like it's like, okay, what are we doing? This is weird. I mean, probably the only time I would say I felt a little like, okay, we're kind of doing a little bit much, is the one girl that he's with, that to make Catherine jealous, and having her on her like walking on all fours like a dog, and it's just, I don't know. That kind of just stood out as too much for me in the movie. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. I think it went too far with trying to be weird. That kind of got a little ridiculous and silly, you know. And I don't know. But I think that's probably my only negative. It's just that one scene in that one moment. But I think if we just got rid of that, maybe I'll be more, or change the scene a little bit more. I don't know. But clearly the director was trying to make a point through all the cinematography, and that's really the thing I appreciate the most, is the cinematography. Um, where is it? My nose is like fucking killing me. Innocent. Wait, is he the one that did it? Linus Sandgren? Lin? What? Linus Sandgren? Grins? How do you say that? Linus Sandgren? Linus Sandgren? Lena Sandgren. Lena Sandgren. Lena Sandgren. Linus Sandgren. Lena Sandgren. Okay. Sandgren. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the cinematography was done by Lena Sandgren, and I thought he did a great job with the cinematography. I'm not sure if he worked. Well, yeah, he worked with her on Saltburn. Other movies that he's noted for is Babylon, um, and Dune. I guess he's working on Dune Part 3. La La Land and Jay Kelly. I did a reaction to that movie, Jay Kelly. I really like the cinematographer. I think he's an incredible cinematographer. Um, that's like, I had to give him a shout out because I really do appreciate the craftsmanship of the cinematography. It just is like a lot of the scenes are striking. I even like the director's writing. Give me one second. What's her name? Back, it's killing me. Where is it? The director is Emerald Fennell. And yeah, I remember Saltburn. I saw that movie by her. I thought it was good, except the ending. I thought it was just like, what? Um, uh, she just does like films that are very kind of Shakespearean because it's like she takes something that can be very simple and modest and turns it into something dark and twisted. But she doesn't. It doesn't feel like it's almost like she rides the fence on making it gross. And I think it's something magical about the way she directs and storytells. It's like something about she rides this boundary of gross and like modest, where it's not. It feels like she's not tipping into, you know, like gratuitous. It's more like she's doing just enough. Where it's like it feels like Shakespearean. Where it's dark enough. It's just reaching that threshold. And but it's always, I think this movie is really my favorite of her work that I've seen so far. Like I like this way more Saltburn. I definitely looking forward to anything she does next. Um, yeah, I think she's a great director. This film was really good. I really really enjoyed it. I think that the cast was great. I think Margot Robbie. Um, she starts off kind of annoying me because I was like, oh god, is this gonna be another movie where she just kind of does the same like overacting and kind of like hyper, energetic, like hi hey, and it's just like, and then but. I don't know. I now that I look back at it, it's like it's I like it that she starts off like that because it's kind of a point that they're trying to make is that she kind of changes throughout the story and becomes more and more real. You know, it's like she's doing all that theatrics to get attention from like the lords and like because that's like it's like a survival thing, and then the writing, the story is like it's, showing like this makes sense. Like she's like a woman in that time period. It kind of shows you the grossness of that time period, which I like. It doesn't glorify it, which looks like the original one does. Like original movies kind of glorify old England, and even some movies, not modern movies, glorify like old England, like Downtown Abbey and stuff, like Gilded Age is like they kind of glorify that era, that that English like Renaissance kind of era, and it's like it's not. I don't think it's Renaissance, but you know what I mean. But it's like old England, like they kind of make it like, oh, this is so beautiful and gorgeous and everything's so delicate. But I think it's like you always kind of have to have, even if you're trying to go for something fantastical, that needs to have that era of grit in the background, like that little bit of grit there, you know, and just to kind of give you that realistic, tangibility. Because if you know the history of that time period, it was great and gross. And I do like the acting, like the actors, everybody, the whole cast is great. I mean, I really like the extras. I really like Catherine, the actor who plays Catherine's father. Let me see if I can find his name, because I want to shout out all the actors in this, because I really do like the cast. Like, I really do like the cast in this film. Where's this guy at? Martin Clunes as Earnshaw. He was great as the father. I thought he was. Every scene he was in, even though he was bad, he was. His character's supposed to be a bad guy, but it's like like I think that he's still like a great actor. I think he reminds me of that regal, like theatrical acting that I really like. Even his facial expressions, in my opinion, is very like emotive. The way he kind of like this, the way he carries. He's honestly, in my opinion, the best actor in that film. I think he's like just technical wise, my favorite. Just because he really chews up the scenery and he has just this like presence. This old school theatrical presence that is really cool. And I'm really into theater and acting and cinema, so it's like I could tell that real authentic, old school acting, bravado. He has it. He was great. Um, Jacob Elordi as Heathcliff, he's incredible, and I've always liked Jacob Elordi. I think he's a great actor, honestly. And I hear rumors that he's in the running to play 007. Yes, please just let him play 007. He'd be perfect as 007. Because he's very disarming, but he has this like intensity that he could tap into, that I think is very cool. I think that it shows a lot of range as an actor to be able to be like very disarming, but at times come across kind of threatening and kind of like like psychopathic. Like, oh my god, where the fuck did this come from? You know, like I think that's badass. I think I love actors that could do that. Like they could be very like, he's a nice guy, and then next minute be, oh my god, he's gonna murder everybody. Margot Robbie. I think this is my favorite movie that she's done. She was incredible. Sorry if you hear my cat. Maybe I'll let her in it, but she sprays. So, give me 1 second. Come on. Where was I? There, she wants to say hi. Say hi, Chewy. She's like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? But yeah, I thought this was definitely Margot Robbie's like one of her best films. Um, uh, um, I can't put this cat down right now. But because I was going to show you the rest of the cast, but literally everybody in the cast, in my opinion, was great.
You know, I thought the music was really good. I think the music was done by Charlie XCX, and yeah, I thought the music was really it got me, into the film. It set the tone really well. It fit the movie. I do like the mixture of modern music. None of the songs felt like they were out of place. They weren't playing any like rap songs or anything, or like Taylor Swift songs. It just it sound very, it was really cool. Trying to think what else to say. What do you think, Chewie? What do you think about that movie? Um, uh, if I have to rate the film, but first, I'm gonna let you go back outside. If I have to rate this film, what do you think it's rated? Huh, baby? I'll rate it, cause honestly, I really like this movie. I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, I think I really enjoyed this film. I highly recommend you guys check it out. Um, Now I'm gonna do a review for Iron Lung. Just after I put this big baby away. Now say goodbye, big baby. Say goodbye, big baby. She doesn't want to say goodbye. Come on, Chew. Leave out. Come on. Say goodbye, big baby. Oh, all right. So now I'm doing Iron Lung. Now this cat's gonna be crying. Just let her. She just wants. I just can't let her in my room. She's gonna pee everywhere. But yeah. Iron Lung. Iron Lung. All right. So Iron Lung. Um, Iron Lung 2026 is a science fiction horror film written and directed by the starring YouTuber Markiplier, Mark Fishback, based on indie video game of the same name by David Szymanski. Sorry if I'm butchering that last name. Set after a cosmic event called the Quiet Rapture causes stars and planets to vanish, the plot follows a convict piloting a submarine through a blood ocean on a desolate moon to find clues, earning his freedom if successful. The film, released in late January 2026, has been a surprise box office hit, praised for its claustrophobic atmosphere, tension, despite mixed reviews on its pacing. Director, writer, star, Markiplier, Mark Fishbach. Source material: the 2022 video game Iron Lung by David Szymanski. Plot: a convict named Simon explores a blood-filled ocean on a moon in a submarine called the Iron Lung after a galactic apocalypse. Genre: sci-fi horror, focusing on atmosphere and suspense. Released January 30, 2026 in select theaters. Reception: a surprise box office success for its low budget. The praise for its with praise for its tension, but mixed reviews on its middle section. And I agree entirely with that middle section. I think the middle section is too. It needed to be cut. It just goes on too long. It just, for a movie that's kind of not showing you a lot and doing a lot, it just kind of goes on, and it kind of feels like it gets me. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep in the middle, but it definitely wakes me up around I like the beginning and the end. Like the first act and the second. I mean, the first act, third act are the best part of the film. Middle part, I think there's a scene in there that's really good in the middle part, I think in the middle part is like where he's in the middle of that blood ocean. And he's like waking up in front of like that fish dragon thing. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, but it's not worth sitting through that whole like feels like hour-long middle portion, you know. I'm trying to see if I can find the cast, because there was like one lady that was in it as well. Caroline Kaplan as Ava. I thought she was really good. I thought she had a very interesting face. And I'm guessing David Petit as the father, the voice, I think the narration, like the quiet rapture. I thought his voice was really good. Was this Jacksepticeye as Jack? I don't know who that role he played in there. Troy Baker as David. I know there's a lot of voice acting with everybody else, but yeah. I mean, I thought that it was good for the budget. I don't really watch Markiplier that much, so I don't really know about his channel. But I think he did a good job. I mean, at times, I think his cadence could be a little goofy sounding sometimes. Like, I think he sounds like himself as a YouTuber because he kind of has a silly voice sometimes. Like, very, like, even that one line, it's like, oh, I'm just trying to live. Is that so wrong? It's like the way he kind of pronounces it is kind of silly sounding. It's like it doesn't sound like you could I think with an actual seasoned actor, some of those like moments, emotional moments would have been hit a little harder. But hey, as a YouTuber, first time actor and something like this, I mean, I'm pretty sure he acted and stuff before, but it's first time in I think a feature film like this that I've seen personally. I think this is the best he's done. I think this is. I mean, it's impressive. I mean, what he's capable of doing. I think if he just kind of polishes his craft a little bit more, I think he has a future as an actor. Because I think he has potential to be a good actor. There's lots to say. I think he's believable. I think the main thing I was kind of worried about is like, is it gonna just be watching Markiplier like kind of just film himself in a submarine? Because even the submarine kind of looks like a YouTuber, like a gaming screen, kind of like you're just like you're streaming kind of. So it's almost like I felt like it was gonna be lazy, but honestly, I think it was pretty cool. I think I actually surprisingly enjoyed it, and I think the thing I really enjoy is the story. I think the story is great. I honestly think that you could make more movies in this universe, and actually I did some research on this developer's game and like the other games they made, and people say that it's like there's a chance there's a connection to all those games, which I think is cool if they kind of make a horror universe in disguise, Iron Lung universe. I think that'd be really cool. I think that the music, oh my god, the music was really good in it. I really enjoyed the music. That's honestly like one of my favorite things about the film. I love the cinematography in it. I do like the opening where he's being dropped. The submarine's being dropped into the blood ocean, and you can tell they're being creative because they don't have the budget to show you like an actual huge blood ocean and like this big like CGI spectacle kind of. So you could tell it's very cleverly like minimalistic, but it's very effective. Like it's almost like you're seeing the opening of like the space, the ship, and you're seeing like the view of the submarine going down through the opening doors of the ship to the blood ocean. And it looks like it's dark, and it's probably just like the only lights you have is from the artificial lighting of the ship hitting the blood ocean. And it's like this. It's a really great shot, and it's just like it's so epic, and it definitely gets you like totally. Just even the music, like, and then that guy's voice in the background, the quiet rapture. Don't worry, my sons. Like his voice just sounds so fucking epic. It sounds like Gandalf. I'm like, dude, this is sick.
Oh yeah, my phone died, and sorry about that. Iron Lung, I was about to end it anyway. The rating I'll give it is 8.5 out of 10. I think it's really good, but it definitely needs some definite improvement because it was so close to being perfect. And I think there's potential, and I think that it definitely is deserving of an 8.5. Thank you guys for stopping by channel Y.O.B. I'm gonna get to editing and peace and out. Chewy.